Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the virtual community meeting for the Bull Complex. My name is Samantha Quinn. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Southern Area Incident Management Gray Team. I'm here with Joni Schmedgau and Adrian Rubiaco, both of which are in the information shop. Tonight, we're going to have several presenters. This is to give you some context on the fire from our ICs, then focus on the operations with our operations section chief. Lastly, we're going to hear from our agency administrators. At the end, we will also be answering questions that have either been submitted through Facebook or via email. If you're on Facebook and have a question, you can add it in the question section below. If you do not have Facebook, we encourage you to submit your question to our fire information email address. That is 2020.bull@firenet.com. That's 2020.bull@firenet.com. We have individuals that are monitoring both of these platforms, so at the end, we'll be able to address those questions. To begin, I'd like to introduce our Incident Commander, Mitch Ketron, and Deputy Incident Commander, Fulton Johnson.
All right, thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mitch Ketron, Incident Commander for the Southern Area Incident Management Gray Team. The Gray Team transitioned on the Bull Complex fire at 6 a.m. Friday, August 13th. Our team has worked diligently to meet the needs of the forest while ensuring firefighter and public safety. While we've been assigned to the incident, the Gray Team, Mount Hood, and the Willamette National Forest, as well as cooperators, have worked safely and in a timely manner to meet the incident objectives. One of our goals is to make every attempt to ensure potentially affected communities will receive timely and accurate information, as well as current fire behavior status. Moving forward with this incident, my team will time out on Saturday, and the Great Basin team will take command on Sunday at 0600. The Great Basin team is already here, and we've been exchanging information, and we'll have a full operational day tomorrow to transfer command. Now we'll turn it over to my deputy IC to give a little backstory of the Bull Complex, followed by an operational update.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Hello, my name is Fulton Johnson. I'm the Deputy Incident Commander for the Southern Area Gray Team. On August 2nd, lightning started 4 new fires along the southern edge of the Mount Hood National Forest. 3 of the fires, the Janus, Cola, and Ridge fires, started in the southeastern corner of the Bull of the Woods Wilderness, located in the Janus Butte area. The 4th fire, named the Round Lake Fire, was in the Round Lake area, east of the Bull of the Woods Wilderness. A 5th fire, the Ogre Creek Fire, was located on August 3rd in the Round Lake area. The 5 fires have merged and are all within 1 footprint at this time. Now let me turn it over to Operations Section Chief Keith Fields for an operational update.
Good evening, Keith Fields. I'd just like to start off by saying that since we've been here and transitioned with the previous team, our priority has been and will be, continue to be, Detroit and Brighton Bush down here to the south, about 5 to 10 miles south of the incident. We've been keeping a good eye on the fire growth as it goes to the north and keeping an eye on Estacada. Since we've been here, our crews have done a lot of excellent work tying into the old Beachy Creek fire from last year, tying into the Lion's Head from last year. We're connecting the dots along the 4696 road to the south. Over here to the east, crews have been taking in some good line going off the 6350 road to the north to bring it up to the 63 and the 70. Today, we had some of our cooperators from ODF tie in with us on Division Zulu to the north. While we were here, we've managed to take a lot of effort and secure some of the sensitive areas around here, such as the Bagby Hot Springs. We worked with our cooperators in the Opal Creek Ancient Forest to secure some of the buildings down there in the Opal Creek area. And we've also been monitoring and looking at the Bull of the Woods. It's been a priority for us to try and see what we could do to secure every one of these sensitive pieces around here that I know had a lot of value to the community. And I look forward to any questions you guys might have. But yeah, our crews are progressing very well all the way around this thing, and I'm looking forward to a smooth transition with the incoming team.
Okay, fantastic. So we just had an operational update, and then you also heard from our IC and deputy IC and got a little bit of background on how these fires started and began. Right now, we would like to introduce the forest supervisor for Mount Hood National Forest, Dwayne Bishop. But before I introduce him, don't forget, if you have any questions, to put them down in the comment section below or send in your question via email. Thanks.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Dwayne Bishop, the Mount Hood Forest Supervisor. Just wanted to share a couple quick thoughts. First and foremost, I wanted to say thank you, a big thank you for the great team. Their team has come in from day one and took control of the bull complex. They've done an outstanding and professional job in managing this fire, and it's been a very dynamic fire, to say the least. They've also put together a really good, very pragmatic plan that they've now been working the plan. So I feel really good about that. Also wanted to underline and remind people that this has been a 100% suppression fire since day one. And just wanted to mention that, as well as we've been melding in, that 100% suppression as well as public and firefighter safety. So also wanted to just quickly mention that we've been working with and ordering resources from the Oregon Department of Forestry, and wanted to thank them for their support and their partnership in this fire. They'll also be helping us in the coming days with developing a strategy along that western flank on state protected lands. And then lastly, just wanted to mention that, they acknowledge the trauma that each of our communities experienced last year, and they went through, and also recognize that each of these communities are also nervous and very anxious about this fire season as expected. And I just wanted to let you know that we are thinking about that, and that is in our conversations and thoughts every day. And also just wanted to mention, we're also in fire recovery together, and what in the Santiam Canyon, as well as in the Clackamas and Kallawash Basin, we're in fire recovery together. And I just really wanted to mention that. So with that, I'll go ahead and hand it over to Nikki Swanson, who is the agency administrator for the Willamette. Thank you.
Nikki, you're muted.
Let's try that again. I just wanted to say thank you to the Southern Area Gray team who came to us to help in our time of need. This team has managed to get a great handle on this fire, even with the scarcity of resources. As many of you know, resources are prioritized on a regional and national scale, and the homes and communities that are directly in harm's way are the highest priority. So that means a lot of the equipment, a lot of the crews in the Pacific Northwest have gone to help protect those communities. And I think we all agree that's the way it should be. Even with that lack of resources, this team came up with some very clever solutions. They worked with partners and cooperators and got scrappy when they needed to make things happen, even on the days when the fire got a bit sporty. They found ways to make solid progress, even though they couldn't get all of the resources that we wished were available. They've also developed a solid plan to meet the fire on our terms. Some of the contingency lines that they've put in, some of the plans that they have in place, give us a pretty solid chance at getting a hold of this fire. And we're just really thankful. The Great Basin Team 4 will take control of this fire Sunday morning, and we'll continue to refine and adapt the current plan as we move forward. I encourage everyone to follow along on the Mount Hood and Willamette Facebook pages to keep updated as our progress on this fire continues. Thank you all.
Well, I just want to say that on behalf of the Gray team, it's been a pleasure working for Mount Hood National Forest and also the Willamette National Forest. We have been welcomed here, and we have done everything we can in our efforts with the Bull Complex. Right now, it is time to answer any questions that have been submitted. I am going to turn it over to our PIO, Joni Schmidgau, and she's going to ask any questions that have been submitted, and then we will have our ops or our IC address those.
All right, can everyone hear me okay? Okay, our first question is there a likelihood that this fire will travel to the Riverside fire footprint, which is the large fire that burned kind of to the northwest of where this fire is burning?
Right now, we have crews established in line up here on the 70 road. Our goal and anticipation is that it's not going to cross this. So we definitely got crews in that 70 road looking to contain the fire to the north.
Thank you. Next question is, do you foresee the fire burning too much further to the north and northeast to National Forest Road 57, Harriet Lake, or Timothy Lake? And those are lakes on the Mount Hood National Forest.
No, right now, as I said, our crews have really good containment lines, and they're just improving every day as we go on, especially with these cooler temperatures and these overcast skies. We feel really confident in our control lines here on the 6350 road to the east and the 63 road to the north. We've also begun looking at prepping the 46 road, so we're going to have backup plans in place before it gets that far.
Thank you. Next question, is Bagby Hot Springs in the line of the fire?
At this time, Bagby Hot Springs is not in the line of fire, but it is within our footprint and our containment lines that we've established around the edge of this fire. So we just wanted to ensure that it is secure and we're getting ahead of the game, and we're not going to be scrambling at the last minute to make action to try and secure that resource. So we just wanted to get ahead of it right now, and that's our best plan since it's within our footprint of the fire.
Next question, is the fire spreading southwest towards the Detroit and Big Cliff dams?
Over the last few days with fire behavior, we've seen a little bit of growth. It's all been in the Bowl of the Woods, and it's actually been inside the footprint of the old Bowl of the Woods burn that happened in 2010. That's been the majority of our movement to the southwest, but we still got a long way to go. And in the last 2 weeks or so, we've had crews setting up sprinklers and a lot of containment lines along the southern edge in this 4696 road, right there at the wilderness boundary. Right now, I think we got a good plan, and I think that line's going to hold.
You may have just answered this next question with that previous answer, but do you foresee spread to the Humbug Campground and Forest Road 46?
At 4696, we've had crews with sprinklers in place, and we've got crews ready to actually set a firing operation if we have to keep that fire north of that 46 line and really hold our southern line there on that 4696. So I think we're pretty good in Humbug and any sort of spread to the south.
All right, this next question might be best for our agency administrators. Are you receiving support from state or federal agencies, and most importantly, the governor's office?
Joni, I can take that. Yeah, we have been working with Oregon Department of Forestry, on a strategy and a plan, ordering resources with them, working with them. The idea is with incoming teams over the next day, we'll also continue to work with that incoming team, but we're building a strategy and a plan for the far west side of the fire footprint. And so we have been getting that support from ODF and also the governor's office to fortify that line and that plan.
Thank you. As of right now, those are the only questions on Facebook that are directly pertaining to this fire. And so with that, I would like to turn it back to Samantha with the Bull Complex. And if there are any questions that we did not answer or didn't get to, we will be sure to follow up in the Facebook chat or via email.
Thank you, Joni. That was an amazing job. As of right now, we are very excited that the new team is going to be coming in, and we have a great plan for the communities surrounding Mount Hood National Forest. And we want to thank everybody for watching this Facebook Live. And the new team will probably transition into something in the future. Just make sure you're monitoring the Facebook pages for Mount Hood National Forest and also the Willamette National Forest for any future virtual meetings or briefings. So thank you all for joining.